Hello, I'm Amy Blaylock. Welcome to City Hall this week. Mother Nature has certainly been working in overdrive recently, and the city has responded in kind. While city employees couldn't stop last week's winter weather from happening, they took as many precautionary measures as possible and jumped in immediately afterward to lessen the impact for you. Here's just a sampling of how the city's 911 call takers, police, first responders, and public works employees responded during the storm to keep you and your property safe while ensuring that life could get back to normal as quickly as possible. Durham's 911 center normally receives 949 calls in a day. On Wednesday, February 12th, it received more than 1,700 calls, with more than 1,100 of them coming between 1 and 6 p.m. More than 200 traffic accidents were reported on Wednesday within the city limits. Fortunately, none of the injuries associated with those accidents were life-threatening. 34 accidents were reported on Friday morning. Once people started trying to get back on the roads, 9 of those involved injuries. Durham police officers checked abandoned vehicles Wednesday evening along the interstates and highways to make sure no one was stranded in a vehicle. Yellow ribbons were tied on the mirrors of the vehicles as they were checked. Abandoned vehicles were not towed unless they were in a travel lane or were causing a major traffic hazard. And of course, our Public Works Department was at work around the clock. 78 employees worked 12-hour shifts within the maintenance division. 22 primary, emergency, and bridge routes were plowed multiple times to ensure that drivers could get through. Approximately 1,100 tons of salt or salt sand mix were spread on city and state roads within the city. 12,000 gallons of brine was used for pre-treating city and state roads within the city before the snow started falling. And approximately 1,800 center lane miles were plowed throughout the course of the bad weather. It is the job of city employees to make sure residents are safe during times such as these, but many of our employees went above and beyond during the recent snowstorm. We invite you to join the city's leaders in saying thank you. Work continues to enhance the appearance of Driver Street, but the city can't do it alone. Volunteers are needed to plant 140 trees and more than 1,000 daffodil bulbs over the next couple of weeks. The first planting is set for Saturday, February 22nd at 9 a.m. Volunteers will meet at the Holton Career and Resource Center and then set out to plant 70 trees and 544 daffodil bulbs along the northern portion of Driver Street. The second planting is set for Saturday, March 1st at 9 a.m. Volunteers will again meet at the Holton Career and Resource Center and will plant the same number of trees and bulbs along the southern portion of Driver Street. The trees were specifically selected to be compatible with the city's new infrastructure in the area and will be suitable for a street-side environment. To volunteer, contact Keep Durham Beautiful at the number listed on your screen. A building used as a training tool for Durham's firefighters has now been demolished to make room for a new burn simulator. The new facility is expected to include props for search and rescue, live fire training, forcible entry, and ventilation. The new burn simulator will be ready later this year. If you are an elderly or disabled homeowner, stay tuned. We have some important news for you when City Hall This Week continues.
Wow, these are really good.
You act surprised. Practice makes perfect.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
Welcome back. If you are or know of an elderly or disabled homeowner who needs an urgent home repair, the city wants to make sure you know of a program in place that could help. The Urgent Repair Program is run through the Community Development Department and can be used for projects costing no more than $7,500.
The Urgent Repair Program is a program that will assist homeowners with urgent needs to their home, such as if a homeowner is in need of heat without heat, if they have plumbing problems where there are pipes that have bursted in their home, any upgrades to their electrical systems in their home. The Urgent Repair Program will go in and do an assessment, and once we determine what the need is, then we go in and take care of the problem for the homeowner.
In order to qualify for the program, several requirements must be met.
For the program, you must qualify by age 62 or older. You can also be, you don't have to be 62, but you can be handicapped or disabled. And with those, the whole household must qualify by income. And you must own your own home.
Catherine Farrell is 101 years old and is a recent beneficiary of the program.
When she came to our department to get some assistance, she had been without heat for at least 9 months to a year. And when she came to us, she wasn't sure where we could assist her. And once the assessment was done to the home to see what her need was, we were so excited that we were able to assist her with an entire brand new HVAC unit, which gave her heat and central air and new ductwork.
Well, I was without heat, and it was cold, and one of my grandchildren knew a lady that works there and recommended me to her, and immediately they set up a meeting for me to come up there, and I went, and they were just as pleasant as could be, standing at the door, holding the door open, because they were expecting me to be, expecting somebody to roll me in a walking chair, or either I come in on a cane, but I came in on my power that the Lord had given me, and I was blessed. And I'm enjoying this heat because I'm cold-natured, and without heat, I can hardly make it.
Hardly making it is something Miss Farrell doesn't have to worry about now, a fact for which she is grateful.
And I have thoroughly enjoyed the heat, because to go out and come back in a cold house is miserable. But to go out now and come back in a warm, well-heated home, oh, I'm just happy and I'm thankful. I just can't thank them enough and the good Lord enough for sending them my way.
For anyone who needs an urgent home repair but may be hesitant about calling the city for help, here are some words of advice.
Don't be hesitant. Just make up your mind. Go up there and talk with them with a smile and ask them to help you.
For more information about the program or to find out if you qualify, contact the Community Development Department at 919-560-4570, extension 22263. You can also visit the department in person at 807 East Main Street. It's important to note that a phone assessment must be done with the department before a physical assessment of the property can be scheduled. That does it for City Hall this week. Don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. And you can find us on demand on DTV8's webpage and on YouTube. I'm Amy Blaylock. Thank you for joining us.